Little.
That's right. Yeah. What was your perception check?
I'm also perceptive.
I'm gonna have 25.
25?
Yes.
11.
Sum up. What was yours, Nora?
11.
11. Beautiful. Glancing around, you see some people have different articles of clothing. Again, you see the rock person way down the road who's looks like they're trying to sell some different rocks. People are just kind of passing by. A lot of them look like farm hands and people who are, taking an afternoon from day's labor. One person looks like they're selling roasted meats. Someone over in the corner looks like they have various pieces of jewelry which are kind of hung up, scattered about. There are some rings, there are some bracelets, earrings, necklaces, circlets. On the other side, which, if your back is there and you look over to the other side, you see quarterstaffs and wood, like walking sticks, something, nice and hardy, thick, something to beat somebody with if you didn't have a sword. And one person over in the corner, you don't see a smithy, but it looks like they are carving on some blades. It looks like they're sharpening blades.
Okay.
With the grinding stone.
And then what about the different like buildings? Are there like buildings that aren't like resident looking halls?
There are no buildings that look like resident, or there are no other like shop fronts. How about that?
Okay.
There are a lot of other buildings, but upon inquiry, if you kind of find somebody and ask them what the buildings are, they're actually workers' cottages. And you can actually rent a cottage if you want to stay kind of in somewhere more private. Just kind of a big one room. There's a kitchen, water closet, place for sleeping. But you assume most of the people who live there or who are traversing the area, if they didn't want to stay in a tavern or an inn, if that was possibly full, you could go and acquire a room there.
Okay. I want to go really quick. Go past the jeweler, and I want to see because sometimes jewelers have like crystal type stuff. I want to see if they have any. I just want to see like a general.
They do have some geodes, some really lovely geodes.
Okay.
Some of them kind of have this amethyst color on the inside. Some of them look like quartz, possibly. The rest of them just kind of look pretty, like they were smashed open and kind of set out. They've been polished, which is more than you can say for some of the other, for the rock person down the road.
Okay. Kind of look like. So what kind of geodes does they have? Is that about the only kind of crystal-y looking thing they have?
Pretty much. That's the only kind of crystal-y thing that you see that this particular vendor has.
And what different kind of jewels do they have other than that?
With that perception check, you kind of glance around. Most of them are chains of gold or silver. The gems themselves, as you look at them, you get a sneaking suspicion that they might not be authentic.
Okay.
Very small parts as part of the circlets. Some of them are lovely, but you look at them with that perception check as you're passing by. Some of them might just be glass, might just be colored glass.
And so, but the geodes look real?
The geodes look real.
Okay. Can I stop and ask him how much a larger piece of like a more full looking geode would be?
You approach and the person kind of seems a little bit apprehensive, seeing this kind of hooded, lavender skinned elf kind of approach. They seem a little bit apprehensive. It's kind of a mousy looking man. He's kind of got these small spectacles kind of perch on his nose. His hair is a little bit thin kind of in the front. Kind of a sharp jawline but slightly sunken in cheeks. As he goes, yes, these here are, you want the larger ones? arms are for.
Okay. Side
As you
note.
look at him like that, he kind of turns back a little bit.
So side note though, so I only have 4 silver left. So how much is like a gold piece to silver worth?
1 gold is 10 silver.
1. Okay, just so that I like math. Okay, is there like a good looking piece? Like a good looking larger piece?
There's several pieces that look nice. The one that has kind of the amethyst looking crystal kind of almost ombrays into a quartz interior, and it kind of arches out. It's about the size of a hand.
I'm going to pick that one up, and then I'm going to pick up like one of the like a smaller piece as well. And I'm gonna say, I'll take these. And then I'm gonna hand him a gold and then 1 silver.
As you said, do you hand it to him or do you just set it on the counter?
I'll hand it to him.
Hesitantly kind of reaches out, takes it, draws his hand. Wonderful. Have a wonderful day. Shakes it. Seems as if he's gonna get cursed or hexed. Gonna look.
I just kind of chuckle and turn away. And I slip it into my pouch.
Okay.
I'm looking for the vials for our poison training.
Yes.
You don't see any glass vendors out and about. You figure that if you want something like that, you probably have to go to the Sphinx Emporium.
Let's go to the Sphinx Emporium.
We can head that way now.
Shall we head to the Sphinx Emporium?
You all go inside. And it's actually just right around the corner, so it's a literal corner on the market.
Yeah.
You'll head up, around, go inside of the building, and instantly you're kind of hit with this rich smell of different herbs boiling and sizzling. There's a little bit of sage. You can smell like these hints of mint. You can smell wild lilies. You just kind of bombarded with all of these scents, and already you can see the different things. Knickknacks are hanging from the ceiling. And as soon as you enter, there's a counter directly on your left-hand side, which leads into a back room. And off to the right-hand side, there's this kind of spiral staircase that leads to an open, plain second floor. The ceiling itself, from ground all the way up, probably goes, 20, 30 feet high.
Wow.
You see shelves of different books. You see some parchments over in the corner. You see different kinds of quills. Behind the counter, you can actually see there's this glass top table part of the counter itself, and there are just shelves of different what look like possibly gems or rocks. And behind that, you can actually see the entire brewing station, which indeed does have many vials.
Cool.
And as you enter and kind of take in the entire scene, you can hear, just a moment! And you see descending the stairs, there's this dwarf. He has a blonde beard, which kind of comes down into this, what would have been a handlebar mustache, but comes down into two thick braids, which goes instantly into his beard. His hair's kind of been slicked back, and actually you can see where right behind his ear it looks like there's a little bit of smoldering, where he might have just accidentally set his hair on fire. As he's patting it out, he's wearing kind of these bright green robes. It doesn't clash well with his eyes, which are kind of this brown color, same kind of blonde hair and brown eyes. And as he descends the stairs, you can actually hear
The spiral staircase?
staircase on the spiral staircase going down as he's in here. Creaks under his weight. And it looks like he actually has to almost wiggle his way in between.
Does he look like Bamburgh?
Sure, he does.
Yes, he's all big and round. He looks like a barrel from The Hobbit.
And you can see him
Nora, I thought you was question.
No, it's just like Bamburgh.
With rings, and he has several medallions, several amulets just kind of draped over him. It's like, welcome. I don't kind of gets a glimpse at establishment. What can I help you with today?
He
He has this kind of big smile, and he's missing a tooth, but it's like one of the ones that's further back. Coincidentally, on the same side that's burned.
Okay. I'm going to step forward and say, I'm looking for rune ink and empty vials, if you have it.
What was that first thing?
Rune ink for my runes. Oh wait, rune? No, sorry. Ritual ink, not rune ink.
I'm gonna make some ruins.
Ruin.
You
Oh,
come to
ruin.
the right place. Come this way.
Yes.
He kind of
yes.
half waddles back to the back, and he kind of pulls out this very large jar. He kind of pulls it out and sets it down. He's like, now this, I assume you're not just writing any kind of letters for this. This is arcane ink.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, well, unfortunately I cannot sell the entirety of this, but I am willing to part with a certain amount of vials. How much are you looking to acquire?
2 vials.
Just 2 vials. So keep in mind that the average spell consumes at least, if you're talking about a well, an ink well versus a vial, there's 2 entirely separate measurements.
How much ink does one inscription take?
A simpler spell requires 1 single vial, whereas a more complicated spell can take up an entire ink well.
Okay.
It depends on the complicatedness of the spell.
Gotcha. Then I'll take. Well, how much is 1 vial?
I'm currently perusing the place, just FYI.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception check if you're looking for anything specific. Or if you're looking for something specific, investigation. Just in general perception. But it looks like a single vial itself usually costs around 20 to 25 gold. Since you, such a lovely lady, I'm willing to part with for 15 for a vial. For an inkwell, that is considerably more, and so it ought to be closer to 35 to 50 gold.
Jesus Christ.
Depending on the shape, I don't actually have standard size shapes.
That's quite alright. I will take 2 inkwells and 5 vials.
Excellent.
It would be 75 for the inkwells, and so 140 total, I think.
He looks at you and is like, tell you what, since you are so nice, I'm going to give it to you for 120. Deal?
Deal.
He shakes your hand. You can feel his calloused hands and all of the rings kind of pinched your fingers a little bit as he shakes your hand. And he goes over with the jar carefully and begins pouring these kind of oddly shaped vials and inkwells. They probably had something else in them before.
That's fine.
You're not sure what it used to be, but now they're being used for ink.
They're mine now.
Doors
And can I have some extra
places.
empty vials as well?
Oh, yes, of course. And he slides all the thing to you, and he takes the 120 gold.
Yes.
So go ahead and mark that off.
Yes.
He's like, and just normal vials, you said. I could what size are you looking for exactly?
Medium size.
Kind of saunters over to the next set of things, kind of rummages around. You hear, he accidentally drops one in his hand.
Oh.
Kind of pulls out a drawer, sets it up. He's like, something like this.
Are they
That's exactly what.
like pill bottle sized? Prescription pill bottles?
Yes, just about.
Yes, that's
Okay,
perfect.
So I'm going to part with these for 1 silver each, if that is something you're interested in.
Oh, that's lovely. I'll take 20.
How many vials are there?
There are 25.
I'll take.
Some of them have
don't
popcorn
take all
on
of
the
them.
inside of them.
I need some.
I'm buying some for you.
Oh, okay.
I'll take 20.
20?
So 2 gold.
20 silver or 2 gold.
Yeah. I hand him 2 gold.
I'll give you a gold.
You don't have to.
Oh,
He takes it, puts it in with the rest, and slides the vials. He takes 5 of them, kind of removes them, puts them back, and here, another one breaks. shuts the drawer.
Thank you.
Crashing in my pockets.
Yay! Okay.
And in the meantime, what were you looking for, Talavin?
So I want to take a look at like the crystals and gems that he has and like see if any of them catch my eye. I rolled a 23 with investigation. I just want to like, so will you repeat what was, because I wrote down some of what I heard was in, but like what all is in this Emporium?
There are a lot of different things. There are what looks like potions, there are the crystals, there are books and parchment and ink and glass, and there's some things kind of hanging from the ceiling, like amulets, different pieces of jewelry. You even see a couple of weapons over in the corner. It kind of looks like they're a little bit dusty.
Okay. So do any of like the gems catch my eye? Like what gems or crystals does he have?
because I would like to know.
You actually see some rose quartz that actually look authentic. You see some rose quartz. You see one small chunk, probably about like the size of 2 quarters. Chunk of amethyst. You do see a strip of obsidian, probably about 6 or so inches long.
Black obsidian?
Yeah, black obsidian.
And then you said
The
what?
rest are just kind of miscellaneous.
You said what kind of quartz?
Rose quartz.
And then anything else?
Those are the only ones that catch your eye. The rest seem to be either like miscellaneous or too small to actually fiddle with.
Okay. No aquamarine. Okay, then I had. Okay, let me look at these 3 cards real quick. What kind of potions does he have?
He has a couple of different potions, and they're not labeled from what you can see. As you kind of glance at the labels, you figure you probably have to ask him. That's why he keeps it behind the counter.
Okay. The books. Does anything catch my eye? What kind of books does he have? Like, I'd like to know.
Some of them are like how-to novels. Some of them are romance novels. You do see 2 spell scrolls, kind of tucked in the corner behind a little bit of glass.
As I'm walking around, I'm gonna take those.
Well, they're behind the glass.
What? Oh, they're behind the glass, you said?
Yeah, they're behind glass.
Okay, well, I'm gonna...
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And then what kind of books you said? Just like how to what?
How to skin a beast.
I already know how to do that.
Particularly, you can see it's actually made of crocodile leather. You can probably guess what it is that you're learning how to skin from that.
True.
You see how to set up ritual casting for spell users.
I'm gonna take that with me. Just gonna carry that around because I'm gonna like ask for prices, but I'm gonna just anything that looks kind of think. So I'm gonna take that one. Continue.
Those are the only ones that really catch your eye. The rest of them are almost like parenting books.
Okay. Are there any like herbs of any kind or like? Is there like
You
a?
see some herbs that are hanging up like near the potion racks.
And what kind of herbs is this? What that knowing?
Some of them are too withered for you to actually be able to tell what they are. They
Okay.
look like they died and they are too tall for him to actually take down. And for the purposes of aesthetic, he's just kept them up.
Hey, that aesthetic though.
Yeah, that aesthetic, it definitely works. You see some of the calla lilies. You see some water lilies. You see that bright pink thistle. You see chamomile. You do see like a couple bundles of mint, but they are actually in a potted plant over in the corner.
Real quick, mini question.
Yeah.
Nora knows how to do ritual casting with like writing the spells down, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, cause I was like, did you plant that book there because I don't know and I'm supposed to find it?
No, you know how to ritual cast.
No, like how to inscribe it into my book of secrets. Yeah.
No, this is... Well, you don't see the book. You need to look at the book.
Yeah, I will. But, like, I figured Nora would know, like, how to use the ink that she bought in her book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna look around and maybe, hopefully, find a book. But, sorry, go back.
Okay.
I was just anxious.
So I do have that one spell book that you mentioned. I'm carrying that. So I see that they're done, and so like I'm gonna walk forward.
He begins kind of waddling back to the main counter. He's like, "Did you find what you were looking for, or find what you weren't looking for? That's even better."
I small chuckle there. So
by the way, just completely overwhelmed. He's just looking around. He kind of makes his way to the back with the weapons, and he sees the crossbow, and he's kind of like looking at the crossbow.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
In the back corner.
Oh god. I'm gonna point to like the gems, and I'm gonna ask him how much for the black obsidian, amethyst, and rose quartz, like how much he's selling those for.
These were a little bit harder to come by, import only, if you can believe it. The rose quartz here, and my ledger, I'm selling for 25 gold pieces. It's a relatively hefty chunk, and I know that some people use it for arcane focus. The obsidian is actually going for 45 gold. As this is definitely been refined to the point of almost being ready to use for some kind of enchantment or blade, depending on, again, whatever it is that you are interested in. And the amethyst is actually going for 20 gold.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like nod. I'm gonna nod, and then I'm going to point to the 2 spell scrolls. I'm gonna be like, and how much are you selling those for?
The spell scrolls, yes. Those 4 are the arcane casters and those who understand the ways of magic. This right here is, and he points to the top one, is one for alarm, and this is actually going for 200 gold pieces. And the one below it, this is called Elemental Weapon, and this, when you read it and cast it, can actually create a weapon of your choice out of whatever elements happen to be nearby. Very, very interesting. This also is going for 200 gold.
I'm going to continue to look very interested. And then I'm going to point to the potions. I'm going to be like, please, I would love to know.
He kind of goes back and he's like, well, I have this right here, and he takes it and he kind of swirls it around, and it's kind of this almost aquamarine color, but it kind of has this almost gold sheen to it. He's like, this is a potion of climbing. This is, if you're trying to get from a low place to a high place very quickly, it will help you get there.
I'd also like to know the prices on these, please. Let me know the prices.
Oh, of course. This right here is actually going for 187 gold pieces.
Okay. Continue.
This right here, and kind of points to the next one. These are just healing, potions of healing. If you are damaged and fighting some of those atrocious crocodiles out in the wilderness, this can help you get back on your feet. I don't have any of the higher levels, as those are a little bit harder to brew. But I do have some of the lesser, if that is something that interests you.
How many do you have?
3.
And how much are you selling them for? If I was to buy all 3, could I get a good deal?
say, make a persuasion roll.
Oh.
14.
If you bought all three, I would be willing to take down the price by, say, 10%.
And how much are you selling them for?
Each one of them goes for 150 gold apiece. So altogether that would be 450 gold. Take that 10% off, you would be left with
405.
415 gold.
415?
What?
Hold on. You said how much?
Wait, 150.
150.
Yeah, 450. It's 150 for each.
450
Add
minus
up,
45 is
10% off.
405.
It's 405.
405? I was off by 10 gold.
It's 10 gold,
Sorry
Madison.
about my math.
Okay,
Sorry about
okay.
my math. It's I don't have my abacus.
Okay, I'm gonna look very interested there for a minute. Okay, what else do you have?
I have, he shuffles back, and he kind of points to the weapons. He's like, "Do be careful with that," as Zoom is kind of like, almost playing with the crossbow. It's not loaded, it's not anything, but he's holding it up for size as he's like, thinking about it. He kind of jumps a little bit, puts it down. And he's like, we have the crossbows over there. We actually have this javelin, and it does have some arcane. It's recently acquired. Some poor soul was fighting one of the crocodiles and didn't quite.
You said it's a javelin?
Some of its belongings. It's a javelin, yes. There's some arcane markings, but it was only required this afternoon. I have not been able to see anything from there. And actually, if you're interested, as I can see, you've got this look about you. And he pulls out this kind of raggedy old bag as he slaps it onto the counter. It's kind of this muddy brown. Some of it almost looks tattered and frayed at the end, but as you look, there's almost like this arcane sheen over it. This kind of very faint sheen. As he puts it up, he undoes the flap. And he's like, "Watch this."
Wait, pause.
And his entire arm goes missing.
It's a bag of holding.
Yes, I will have this. Hold on, hold on. I didn't say that.
I'm holding it, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on.
Sorry. His whole arm disappears.
Waiting for you.
And
He submerges his entire arm into this bag. He's like, where did my arm go? And he's pulls out his arm kind of flips over the top. And he's like, unfortunately, I don't have a strap, but this can tuck very safely under the arm. Holds considerable amount of various belongings. I'd be willing to part with this for, say, 250 gold.
DM question.
Oh, man.
DM question.
Yeah.
Do I know how to make
Yeah.
bags of holding?
You've never tried.
Also, DM question. Real quick. So those spells in that book, can I learn stuff like that?
Currently, no.
But
This would be something more for your arcane caster cousin.
so I couldn't learn how to do the elemental weapon one?
Unfortunately, no. She could cast it, or she could use the scroll and then give it to you. Use it and then you could use the weapon. But
I can't later on, because you said that maybe later on we could add on to our classes, so I couldn't later on become a warlock and learn from my cousin and learn it.
possibly, sure.
So if she already knows certain spells, would I need a scroll to learn that, or could she teach it to me?
It's less of being able to teach you something when it comes to spells. Usually it has to come from somewhere. So for her, she's able to cast spells and do the things that she does now because of Jasper.
Okay, so like if I
You
wanted...
are able to cast your limited spells because of Malik. They don't really cross the streams. It's not like, oh, I can just learn all of my spells from my cousin. It's you have to learn that from whoever is teaching you.
So I'd have to like share my headspace with like another person?
Yes.
Man, I really like that elemental weapon too, man. So okay, this book, what does it have in it, and would any of it be useful to me?
Ritual casting. Currently, you don't know how to ritual cast things, so I would say no. It's probably not useful for you.
And I couldn't learn it.
And if you showed it to your cousin, she already knows how to ritual cast. You can certainly try.
When you say try, what does that mean?
It means you could try.
It's gonna take a lot of
What
time.
else does it mean?
I know, but I could learn it.
I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe.
It's kind of bending the rules.
Bending the rules how?
You don't know that kind of magic. It's kind of like having
You don't know that kind of magic.
an innate
You
ability
can certainly try.
to do it.
But bad things could potentially happen if I try it and fail.
Or nothing.
Maybe.
You could point the scroll out to me and I could, I don't know, endow that into your sword or your armor.
Oh, you could make my sword like elemental?
Okay, okay.
I think so. I could do that, right? Make her sword elemental.
Elemental weapon means that the weapon is actually made from the elements,
Oh.
not that it takes on an elemental feature.
Oh, okay. I thought it could do that. So if
No,
I
it's
cast
just
it
like
on her
you
sword.
conjure a weapon that is elemental.
So could I do
Yeah.
it in one of her gems? Like if she wore a gem and attuned to it, and then I cast it on that, could she be able to like activate it and then do it?
The spell scroll, once you use the spell scroll, that's it.
Oh,
It dissipates and used forever.
I didn't know that.
Now, wizards have the handy-dandy feature of being able, if they find spell scrolls, they can actually copy it down into their book, which is kind of what you, Nora, are able to do, kind of, with your Tome of Secrets, but it's slightly different.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, back to playing. I'm gonna ask him. So, okay. Also, side note: this javelin with arcane marking. Like, what's this about? Like, could he tell me anything else about it? Because you said he only just got it.
He hasn't been able to investigate what it is. You could go try and figure out what it is, or you could let him go do it.
I'm gonna ask him and see if he'll go do it.
Well, he's serving you right now.
Okay.
He's making sure you all.
I'm gonna. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Let me add this back up. Okay, 250 plus 150 plus. And how much did I say that I have with me? Okay, 645. Okay. So I'm gonna like kind of give him a look. I'm gonna say for now, why don't I would definitely love that bag of holding. I'm gonna go with one of the healing potions. And then I'm going to take the rose quartz obsidian and the amethyst, please.
Marvelous, absolutely marvelous. He kind of goes over and begins kind of like setting things up, and packaging things, begins wrapping things up. He's like, he's wrapping. So that total. So you got one of the potions.
Isn't that your total?
Yeah, it's 490. I'm pretty sure, but I mean, you can check me.
Yes.
I may need to find a job.
Right now, that shit was expensive. And then I said 1.
He pushes all of the things to you and kind of hands you the bag and he's like, I don't suppose you would be interested in a trade. It's been a minute since someone's been in my shop, and I put out a job posting not too long ago.
I did.
Would you be interested in possibly working on your, possibly doing a trade for a job?
I would be interested in that. I did notice it said to see you for a bonus. I would love to hear about that as well.
Yes, absolutely. And he hurriedly goes off into the back. A couple, maybe 30 seconds later, he comes out with this kind of large chest as he kind of sets it up onto the counter and flips the lid. He's like, some of these potions have, let's say, the labels went missing. We had this horrendous flood, and even though none of the water actually got into any of the potions, it dissolved some of the labels.
I've been through this
I'm
before.
looking to sort these. This is the thing I was telling you about, Kinsey.
Oh
You know where I'm going with this.
Oh.
He looks at you and is like, if you're willing to go through, I have a set of 3-4 chests. If you're willing to go through and kind of organize by color, that would tremendously help me, as I'm actually colorblind in one of my eyes. It's horrible having to cover one eye and having to smell and examine. And I have so many things that I need to do.
By color.
By color and smell, yes. The bonus feature is, well, if you take a taste of some of them, you're better able to ascertain what it is that they do. And if you're able to mark down what it is, that it would help me tremendously.
No. This did not end well the first time we did it. Someone turned into a cabbage.
That's a different life.
I know.
Okay, so I'm going to say... What if I only sorted them by color and smell? But
Yes, you can absolutely do that, but I would be willing to throw in, let's say, 20 gold bonus for each vial.
how many vials are there?
In the case right before you, there are 30 vials.
30?
So 20 gold a vial.
That's 600. 6,000.
Yes.
600 gold.
600.
That's 600 gold.
I
And
was
then
like,
it's
percent.
15 gold an hour?
Yes.
Don't do it, man. If we just sorted it by smell and color. Well, I'm not there, but
I know, but only 15 gold an hour probably wouldn't take me that long.
smell and color. Could you just get half if you just did smell and color and didn't have to drink them? Because he doesn't know what they do.
Do you know what all of these potions do?
I know what they used to do.
Water.
And what kind of damage could these...
Similar
not
colors,
again.
so it's hard to differentiate between one and the other. And I am colorblind in one eye.
And what kind of damage could some of these potential potions do?
Well, some of them not at all, and there might be a few caustic ones, but the chances of you coming across those are slim to none.
I mean, but at the same time, if I told him, what if, okay,
What are you going to do? Make Zoom drink them?
make Talil drink them, Jacob and Wyatt, and I'll get them all in on
We
it.
could go to the tavern and start serving.
Serving the
They're
potion.
just taking notes of what they do.
We could go to the other tavern. And start giving it to people.
Guinea pigs. You want a drink?
Since I already bought.
You don't need to consume the entire potion in order to figure out what it is that it does. If you just had a taste, and most likely the effects aren't going to be permanent.
Oh, well that changes things.
It does?
Yeah, because they're not permanent.
And what if
Most likely.
you threw in a healing spell or two for free in case of side effects?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And he goes ahead and puts them on the counter.
You want to help me? I'll split the gold with you.
This is gonna be really bad.
It could also be really fun.
It's alright. It's gonna be bad.
We got 2 free healing potions.
Someone got turned into a lizard folk permanently. Lizard folk permanently. They're supposed
They
to
didn't
go
drink the entire potion, mind you.
They did drink the whole potion.
So if
They
we...
drank the whole potion. You only need to take a taste, and most likely, it's not going to be permanent.
Do any of these potions turn you into something you shouldn't be?
Probably not.
They're damaged. They're water damaged. Okay, let's do it.
I don't want to get turned into a lizard folk.
It won't be permanent.
She said it might not be permanent.
She's just doing that to deter us.
Zoom comes over and stares at you all curiously and kind of gestures to both of you and points to the vials, kind of confused.
And I explained the situation to him.
Kind of looks warily, but kind of shrugs and gives like a little...
If you agree...
Okay, let's roll for it.
Okay.
Let's roll for it. Okay, so
how about above a 10, we don't do it. Below a
Yeah,
10, we do it.
yeah, it would be 1 to
10.
1 to 10 and 11 to 20.
20.
Is that 11 to 30? Okay,
Yeah,
that's 10 apiece. Just making sure because the numbers.
Okay,
sometimes
I'll...
are weird.
God. A 19, so I guess we're not going to. I'm going to... Although I was very intrigued by 600 gold.
It would be 200.
I'm gonna... What?
Well, we would each get 200 if we did it. So
Oh,
it's
I know,
not-
but 200 gold is 200 gold. And we got 2 free healing potions. What if we didn't even need them? That'd be 2 free healing potions. You roll, see what you get.
I can tell that we kind of want to do it, but we kind
I
of
know
don't
we kind of want to do it, but we
I
kind of
kinda
don't want to do it. Because I do not want to get turned into like a fucking lizard folk. Like that is not going to be... That is going to be the worst. I don't want to get turned into anything.
It was so funny the last time.
Perhaps I'll let you check it up over. And he goes into the back. Let you guys talk it over.
I think we're gonna regret if we don't do it.
I know at the same time we could definitely regret if we do it. I'm not turning my adorable Zoom into a lizard folk. Okay, there's just nothing cute about that.
That's kind of already are lizard folk.
He looks at both of you like
Yikes.
Let's not do it. Let's go with the original 19. which
Okay,
is on
we're
the
gonna
scale.
go with the 19. We're gonna not do it. I'm gonna kind of like... Oh, I don't know his name. Do you know his name?
No.
I don't know his name.
Zoom actually looks and he kind of waves the guy down. And much to your horror, he gives a nod and points to one of the vials.
No! Madison wants us to do it. That's why she's doing this to poor Zoom.
Maybe I smack his hand.
I want to see what happens.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. And he goes ahead and takes out 20 gold and slides it across the counter, and Zoom kind of takes a look and just kind of gives a shrug. He points.
Does he taste it?
Wait a second. Whoa, oh god.
He's looking at you guys like, you know, should I?
And I'm gonna pause for a second. I'm like, why don't we organize these first before we start tasting them, so that we can at least get our money for organizing them first.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't really care what order you do these.
Okay.
Then if you taste them,
Let's-
fantastic. If not, then everything's organized by color.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna, does he, I guess he has like separate chests that he wants these different colors and smells by?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, there are 4 different chests.
Okay,
But he only indicated that one of them
Oh, only one vial?
No, only one of the chests needed to be tested. The other ones he needs are kind of like organized by size and stuff.
I
Oh.
misunderstood.
Okay.
So there are only about 30 vials that need to be tested.
And there's 4 chests.
There are 4 chests.
And there's about 30 vials in each chest.
Yes.
There are 30 vials in each chest.
Only 30 need to be tested.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna organize them all,
By smelling?
but we're gonna leave the 30 that need to be tested in a chest by themselves for now.
Yes. So we organize.
About how long does that take us?
You all take it, and you all have very keen eyesight. Go ahead and make a perception check. Just general perception check before overtime to make sure that you guys. It's relatively easy.
15.
11.
Okay. Doesn't take you all very long. Zoom actually helps with all of the colors and kind of helps you organize. It takes about an hour and a half or so because you're very cautious in making sure each one is not cracked. You check out the colors and shake the liquid inside. Some of them kind of have this like gelatinous feel to it as you put it in, but it takes you about an hour and a half. So for that, you would actually get 15 for half. That would be 8. So round up, you say you get 25 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Oh, 25 each. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He's feeling generous, and like he's colorblind in one eye, so like he's just dealing with it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he gives you all 25 gold pieces, and you all are left now with the one chest that he needed investigated.
Okay. So there's 3 of us. So that means we have to test 10 vials each.
Zoom kind of takes the vial that you were looking at before and kind of shakes it.
And we get.
You guys pointing in.
It was 600 gold total if we do this.
Yes, you get 25 gold pieces per vial.
Oh, 25 gold?
Right? Was that what? No. Oh wait, it was 15.
No, it was 20. It was 15 an hour, 20 gold a
Oh,
vial.
right, yeah. Alex is the wrong number. Yeah. So
Okay.
this would essentially be
200 each, 600.
Okay, let's
All
just
right,
get it over
let's
with. Let's just do it. This is
fucking
gonna
do
take,
it.
This is gonna take a while.
All right, so
This
I
may
have to
be
dry
the-
10.
It's gonna be the last thing we do today, or after, towards the end of the day, I suppose.
Okay.
This is gonna be awful. Okay, I'm just gonna preliminary say that.
And he gave us 2 healing potions.
He kind of looks at you all and he's like, he's like, you're welcome back at it any time. I mean, you don't feel obligated. It's just for each vial.
I need money for a horse.
Each one that you test, that's how much gold you get.
All right. I'll go.
Addison,
Taste of his.
if you fucking turn me into a lizard folk, I'll kill you.
It's random. She has a list of 100 spells and she rolls a random dice.
Oh my god, wait
what
a
happened?
second.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. You have like 100 different...
Kind
Possibilities. What's Zoom doing?
he kind of pulls out the cork, puts it to his tongue, kind of gives it a little swing, kind of recorks it, kind of looks for a second, and you see his cheeks all of a sudden get very bright pink as he... And he blows fire.
Oh, that one's kind of cool.
Fire breath.
Ooh.
Oh, that's kind of
We
cool.
label it. Label fire breath. We'll be labeling all of these as we go around. I'll go next. I want to go. I'll keep
There's
track.
like a little bit of puff of steam coming out of his nostrils as he
Okay.
kind of puts it, and you all label it and put it back.
Yes. I'll go.
Okay. Roll a D100 for me.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have one of those.
Yeah, you do. You do. Oh wait. Where is it? It's percentage dice. So I'll show you.
Unless you want me to roll for you.
You
No.
No. It's these. They look like little tops. So this is the percentage. So like if I roll like an 80
This
and
one
then
and
it's
this
like
one?
84, 86.
Okay.
Yes? Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. 82.
82.
Okay. I'm just gonna taste it just a little bit. What is it? What is it? Things we do for money.
God.
You take a drink of the potion, and it's so strange. It's kind of got this a little bit of a green tint to it, and you take a little sip, and it tastes a little bit earthy, a little bit grassy, and for the next 2 hours, you feel your throat change a little bit.
If I speak,
All of a sudden, you start talking like Adrielle.
it gave me an accent.
What?
It gave you an accent.
Well, I guess
It gave you an accent. For the next 2
Well,
hours, you have a
well,
Scottish-Irish accent.
I guess I talk like this now. I was like, I feel a little something in my throat.
And I kind of look at her and I'm like, oh.
I'm like mortified.
And then I kind of chuckle. I'm like, oh God.
You're
I'm
taking-
gonna reach in and I'm gonna uncork it and just like literally, oh God, I'm gonna like put it on my tongue and just like a little, just like a barely.
Yeah, all of you were just taking it out. Actually, since you didn't drink the full vial, it's only for 30 minutes, Nora.
Okay.
For the next 30 minutes, you have this accent.
27. Oh no, 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 no. If she turns me into a lizard folk, she is not my friend.
And all of a sudden, you feel your toes get a little bit more cramped.
Oh God, no. No, 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 no.
It'll only last for about 30 minutes.
Okay. What is it?
You need to take off your shoes.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You wiggle your toes and realize you have an extra
You have an extra
I have an extra toe.
on each foot.
No! I'm not taking off my shoes. I'm just like,
Just whoop.
I'm just gonna.
Feel it. You just
Oh,
feel it
God.
in your...
Oh man. Okay, then zoom. Are we gonna go all 30?
Yeah.
What's Zoom get?
Oh my God. This is terrible.
Still labeling all these. What is it?
We're literally only on the fourth one.
I can't even say it. I can't even say it.
Oh my God, he's gonna go turn into like a woman or something.
No, quite the opposite. Manhood is very pronounced at the moment.
What do we even put down for that?
Huh?
You mean like it grew, or it's just like? We're just gonna put erection on there.
Kind of goes over to the corner and she's just looking.
And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
That's impressive, at least.
Oh, this is Zoom.
Face the wall.
This poor innocent Zoom. Okay, it's my turn. 20.
Little innocent Zoom.
Yikes.
20.
20.
Spell
You take a taste of yours, and all of a sudden you just feel weightless. And you hover about 4 inches off of the ground for the next 4 hours. If you only took the taste, it's only 1 hour. But all of a sudden you're just hovering.
That's funny. Okay, I kind of like that one. That's interesting.
Okay, there's worse.
It's kind of this like light white, almost like a milky white looking vial.
Fair enough.
What was yours?
64.
You have an extra toe.
Oh,
Okay.
And as you switch it, it kind of has this purpley, or this pink swirl to it. You're a little bit suspicious at first when you take it and you drink it. It tastes like glitter. If you've ever had a mouthful of glitter, it's just kind of... But all of a sudden, as you kind of cork it back, it tastes like cherries and sugar. And all of a sudden, there's no cramping in your toes. You feel invigorated. You feel, not exhausted. The sleep from the night before that was, a little bit tumultuous and hurting. The ache in your shoulders, that's all gone.
But?
No, that's just it.
We need to set this one to the side.
Okay. So what do I call that?
It removes all negative conditions. Full health is restored and injuries are instantly healed.
We need to save this one.
Okay, I'm gonna just set that off to the side and not label it.
In the meantime, he's over in the back checking out the javelin, so he doesn't notice.
Okay.
It's Zoom's turn again.
Actually, okay, I'm not gonna do that.
In the corner, just kind of with a trembling hand, reaches back, grabs another vial, and glances. He just doesn't want to face you guys at this point. He's just really there.
Pause.
What happens to Zoom? I have to check every time. I sit down, I have to go back checking.
This one is a very bright pink potion, and
He's going to turn into a chick.
Drinks a little bit, kind of recorks it, and all of a sudden you see his muscles just bulge in both of his arms. He seems stronger. He seems more flexible. You can see, like, in his mind, it just this spark of intellect just kind of surges in him. That is actually all ability score improvements are doubled.
All what?
Ability score improvements.
Double?
So
So now he's very manly and very
example
muscular.
for him, instead of him having a 0 for strength, he now has a 20 for strength. Or a 10 for strength, he has a 20 for strength. Instead of having 16, he has 32.
I'm gonna set that one aside as well.
Good to know. After he takes his, he kind of seems more empowered, but he's still facing the wall.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Okay. I got 95.
Ooh. You take this one, and it's kind of this minty green color. As you kind of swirl it, you can almost see these little flecks of ice on the inside. As you take it, touch it to your tongue, cork it. Takes a second. You feel this cold sensation just run down your chest, as if you were inhaling a freezer. And you just have this urge to cough, and you kind of turn your head and you, and this cone of frost just erupts from your mouth and just scatters ice all up along the side and partially up the spinal spine.
That was mighty strange as I'm like floating upside down.
Yeah. That's that.
19. Oh my god, did you see her face?
What's gonna happen to you?
Oh god. I take it like it is like barely touching the tip of my tongue.
Doesn't matter.
Cork, no.
I know. This potion is blood red. And as you look at it, there's something chunky on the inside.
Oh god.
As you
I think I remember this one.
touch it to your tongue, it tastes like iron and just
Blood.
Oh god, no.
And as you begin feeling repulsed, all of a sudden, Zoom, Nora, and the shopkeep owner all get the same sensation of you feel
I do not set this one aside.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're only at 10.
He takes a quick drink, corks it, and he gives a shrug. He kind of gestures.
Nothing happens?
He kind of shakes his head and he kind of blows. It's minty fresh. He has great breath.
Okay.
He drank mouthwash.
Really not much.
Okay, I got a 23. So I'm floating.
The potion is dark green. And as you're kind of hovering there and you kind of take a taste, you notice your hand begin to grow scales.
No!
Pointed. You watch as scales just kind of erupt across your entire body. Wonderful. Because you only took a taste, it's not technically permanent. But you are uncomfortable, and all of a sudden you feel something on your back weighing.
Don't get a 23! Don't get a 23! How long does this last? Okay, no, we have that one potion that removes all negative effects. And lizard folk is definitely a
I'm gonna like literally just like
negative.
pick that up real quick, and I'm just gonna like hand it to her because I set it aside.
I'm gonna take like a taste.
I would take a swing.
Just
You gotta take a taste.
of like the negative effect removal.
Instantly, you stop speaking your accent. You. The scale actually.
Oh, thank goodness! Oh!
And you fall back to the
I
ground.
guess we could give that to Zoom to make him feel more comfortable too.
If you drink the whole thing, you turn permanently.
I'm gonna like, as Nora give it back to me, I'm gonna like suggest it to Zoom and just kind of like.
Takes it. Gives a little taste.
And I'm gonna take it back.
Oh, gosh.
Back.
Oh.
And I'm gonna keep it still to my side.
Phew.
Yeah. Kind of keep. Kind of hugging his chest and kind of.
And I'm just gonna say there's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's okay. I wanted to be like, it's impressive, so it's okay, but I'm not gonna say anything as I throw my pen away.
It's your turn.
Okay, hold on, let me pick up my pen.
Pick up a pen, pick up a pen. Oh, pick up a pen, pick up a pen.
21. Could have almost been me if I wasn't from.
All of a sudden, when you take this, there are some like what look like little wood splinters, and then you kind of take a taste.
God.
It doesn't taste very good. Thankfully, you don't swallow any of the splinters, and you put it back. You glance over. That crossbow's really bothering you, especially when it shoots. Why would they make them so pointy? Why would they create something so dangerous? You have a mild fear of arrows for the next.
Wait, you didn't drink. You didn't remove all your effects, did you?
Yeah, no, I'm the one that drank the.
She's the one who drank it originally.
Yeah.
So then
but, like,
technically, like, would that still be working? So technically, I wouldn't.
No.
Okay, I was just.
Well, I'm wondering, because she had the emotion thing, so would we all have a fear of pointy things?
Oh yes. You all
Pointy
sense,
things.
all
Pointy,
sense
pointy, pointy.
There's apprehension and this. You sense that she is terrified now of arrows. Or no, not terrified, but she has this like aversion, this mild fear to arrows.
It is what it is. I'm not gonna keep wasting the potion in case something worse comes along.
Yeah.
Zoom takes a potion very similar to the one that you just took. And he takes a taste, and all of a sudden he starts hovering 4 inches above the ground.
Put it
Puts back.
Put it with the other one.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna put it with the So it's the same.
It's the same one.
Okay, I got a 51.
You take it. It has this a little bit of a salty taste. And you don't notice anything at first. Until Zoom points to your lower half, which is totally vanished, and the rest of you is beginning to disappear.
Invisibility.
Cool.
You are invisible
What do you mean hit?
Punch.
Okay.
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 Do you want to stay invisible? Or do you want me to hit you?
I'll stay invisible for
Okay.
a while.
All right.
Is my stuff invisible too? Like stuff that I'm holding?
Everything that is on your person is also invisible.
I'm gonna set that one aside as well. So which ones have we set aside?
It
The
was the...
zero gravity, feels great, stronger. Honestly, I kind of put like a, well, that's so fun. Zoom, zero gravity, invisibility. Okay, 15. Let's see, 77. Oh, fucking shit.
Talon, you're kind of standing there, and all of a sudden, it's kind of uncomfortable to stand. All of a sudden, your pants aren't fitting well, especially in the front. Feel your jawline is much stronger. You glance in the mirror and swear you see your brother.
You turned into a dude!
Oh no! I'm taller now! And stronger!
You are indeed.
Okay.
There you go.
You're a man now.
I'm a man now.
Kind of stares at you curiously.
Oh god.
There's the next one. And there's something floating in it, but you can't really tell until you taste it. Puts it in there, and all of a sudden from the middle of his forehead, he kind of winces. And almost like a pimple, it forms quickly, and there's an eye on his forehead.
So what is this, third eye?
It's the third eye.
How long does he have to have that?
Look around, he noticed a lot more.
Oh. Does it last for like an hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we can leave it, it's fine.
92. Did I already get a 92? No, I got an 82 before.
Yeah.
92. Okay, I got that one. We're getting through it.
Take a taste. And it tastes like water. Still tastes like water. Nothing weird happens. It is water. Water.
Oh,
It's just water.
It's just water.
Okay.
$99. That's probably bad. Did she just double over?
Yes.
You take a taste, and it's kind of this weird kind of green color. It's kind of like white and green. There's something floating in it. It kind of looks leafy. You take a taste, you cork it back, and put it away. And all of a sudden, your perspective starts changing. As you begin shrinking and shrinking, all of a sudden, you feel, look around, and you see cabbage leaves falling in. You're turning into cabbage.
I'm turning into a what?
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
I told you this was gonna happen. You're a very manly cabbage, though.
Put a drop of that shit on me.
Okay. My invisible self is wild. I just
You
gotta like.
are a cabbage.
Well, actually,
Roll a 20 for me.
a D20.
The regular?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's regular D20 for me.
What is that? What is it?
What is it?
It's a 4.
Okay, good. You didn't want a 20 because it would have been permanent if you rolled a 20.
Even with the potion?
Anyway,
She,
you don't know. You haven't tried it.
Okay.
no, she did. She said she dabbed some of the potion on me.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yes, she
Yeah.
did. Yes.
Just wait. How much is
It
left?
takes a second, but
We're just.
We're
doing,
only
like,
doing like literally tastes.
Yeah, little dots and stuff. So like we're not gonna run out by the end.
it's yeah, you're about halfway through the bottle right now.
I'm gonna
But
wait. Okay.
You better turn me out back from a cabbage.
So you're not a man.
unfurled. You've never been turned into a cabbage before. It was unpleasant.
I've never been turned into a man before, so I mean, like, that was already like a shock. I'm a woman again. Like, I'm regular now.
You're regular. Okay.
You are completely regular.
Zoom. We're halfway there. Yeah.
Almost.
Zoom takes the next vial, and instantly his face just goes a deeper green as he
Aww.
just gets sick.
So it's a vomit.
It's a vomit.
Where's Zoomy going?
Right.
Okay.
What number are we
70.
at, by the way?
We're at she's number 20 right now.
Okay, so that was the last one.
For
He's
what?
still vomiting, by the way.
Oh no, there's 30 vials.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. So, 20.
Wait, we're not on 20.
Yep. No, I've been writing them all down.
But I had that it would have taken 5. So 5, 10, 15.
We're at number 20. I've written every single one down.
Okay.
We're
Yeah, I think you each have like 3 or so.
83.
You take this next potion,
Mm-hmm.
and you take it, you kind of swirl it around a little bit. It kind of has almost this liquid mercury, this kind of like irony looking liquid, and you kind of dab it to your tongue.
What?
It's very metallic, and kind of like shake your head away as if you decided to put an entire part of a sword in your mouth, just kind of very irony. And then you notice, can't taste anything.
The irony of the situation.
Oh!
Ah.
roll for psychic damage.
It does 2
Two.
damage.
2 psychic damage.
Ha ha ha.
All 2 psychic damage to me. Talavin.
Wait, so what was hers?
I lost my taste.
Oh, she just lost taste. Lost.
I lost my taste with haste.
Okay, my turn. 88. Didn't I already do 88? I don't remember.
No, you didn't. And I'm so glad you did, because I was just looking at it. As you take a taste, your eyes just start burning red. You feel the rage of 1,000 ages, like you could take on any force, that you could burst down any door. You could conquer worlds. Essentially, you went into a rage. A barbarian.
Ah, I'm putting this one aside as well.
Zoom takes his next one cautiously. Poor Zoom.
Oh no.
He takes it and recorks it. All of a sudden, like, he kind of scratches at his back and 2 extra arms sprout from his back, and he panicked.
I'm still invisible, by the way.
As he kind of flinches in and away from them, they both kind of do the same action as he does. He does not know how to respond, and as he's like flailing around, the other arms are flailing around, and he's grabbing himself, the other ones to wrap around him. That just freaks him out more. He just looks unhappy.
So how long is that gonna last? 30 minutes? Like 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's supposed to last for about 10 minutes, so after about a minute of him just kind of looking around, they both
Oh.
fall off.
Okay, yikes. Yikes to that.
I got a 27.
Oh, you got
Which one was the cabbage?
23. Oh, I
This
don't
one
know.
looks very familiar, as Talavin had this one first.
Wait, I'm gonna
Oh,
smell it. I'm gonna smell it first. Because if it looks familiar.
Was it the cabbage one?
No. This one is just kind of a fleshy color.
Extra toe.
Wait, wasn't fleshy color? Wasn't that the one that like shares the
She had
emotions?
it right. She had it right.
Oh,
No, the one was blood red.
okay. Cool.
This one is right.
So it's the same
Extra
one.
toe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You
So
managed to avoid drinking it.
Cause I like
yeah. Yes. Like, no.
I recognize that.
No extra toe
100%
for you.
paladin.
I guess we should have been writing down which numbers we got. 33.
You take this next one is kind of like this deep purple, and also kind of looks like it has glitter in it, but it looks different than another one that you've taken before. And as you kind of shake it and swirl, there's kind of this little spark on the inside. You take it. Tastes okay, but you feel like if you were to have cast spells earlier, this would probably reinvigorate you. You feel a certain part of yourself energized, but you didn't really.
So what would that be considered? Like,
It restores all spell slots.
Oh,
I'm gonna set that one aside.
that's nice. That's nice. I like spell slots. I like spell slots lots. Alright, zoom.
But it can only be used once.
Once per what?
Zoom take. He looks once as in once per long rest. So all of the spells that you extend, you can only use like one more set, and then you're done.
So it just like reinvigorates me and I can only do it one more time.
Yeah, for all of your spells.
Okay.
Zoom also takes this one, and he suddenly looks at it, and he realizes too late that you all have already taken it, as he becomes transparent and then vanishes.
Oh, okay.
Another invisibility?
Vial can-
I'm gonna set that one aside.
Alright.
29.
This one is also kind of a dark kind of emerald green, and for a moment it almost seems reassuring, as emerald green has never led you astray before. You take a quick taste, you cork it, and then you realize the rest of your body slowly starts turning green too.
Can I see myself when I'm invisible?
So is she's still invisible, so
Yeah.
can like,
Oh, that's right. No, you don't notice anything. You don't notice anything's changed.
so just there's nothing, like we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're just gonna set that one off to the side for a minute. Cause I don't feel like turning green.
Okay. Is this the last one?
No, hold on.
Or is there one more round?
I think there's one more round. We're on 27.
Yeah, so it's
43.
all of a sudden your mind just opens up. Things just make sense. You feel invigorated and empowered in your mind. And yet, what Nora and Zoom both see is you swagger off to the side and lean up against the counter as though you were severely intoxicated.
So it's drunk. Intoxication.
You've got a perfectly clear mind. Everything is just perfectly clear to you. But they see as though you are leaning up against, trying to keep your balance.
But we're both invisible.
Wait a second. They can feel they can like see like they get my thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I took the potion, so they can't do that anymore. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
Alright, last round. We've almost succeeded.
How about as I'm like drunkenly, I can't see Tally and Zoom or Nora and Zoom, and I accidentally hit Nora.
No.
Come on, I want the hitter.
You kind of stagger into her, and all of a sudden you fade back, and all of a sudden you're still green. You are green.
You're green.
Ah!
You're green. I say drunkenly. you're all green.
Oh.
Zoom.
I go back to the-
next
I go
potion,
blue.
kind of corks it, and
Yeah, he would know, but
He would know. He would know.
okay.
Okay, last one. Come on. 11. It's my last one.
This one is familiar to a certain changeling. All of a sudden, just that metallic taste. You can't taste anything. All of a sudden, you just can't stop.
Drooling.
Can't stop swallowing. You can't stop drooling. It's just going everywhere.
I was hoping it was the attractive one that she took.
Yikes. And the last one.
Phew!
Green woman.
I'm a green drooling.
Well, actually, since now that we know to stop being invisible, I hit her. How about we sock zoom one?
Well,
You don't know where he is.
you still think you know everything though.
I know, but you also know this. I hit you, and so you.
I mean, kinda.
Okay, so I'm gonna be like, why don't you go hit zoom, and then I don't know, find him, like have him like step forward or something.
You could talk to him.
Oh my god. If he hits himself, does it count?
You don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna like, well, I mean, I'm drunk, like, I don't know, I can't do anything. Fine, we'll just leave him.
Just drink the last potion.
Nope, we'll leave him. 80.
You watch as all of a sudden, Talavin, you're like, nothing's as your head goes invisible, you feel your intelligence, which was there moments ago, that heightened sense, decreases. And you can't hear anything. And you can't say anything.
What the hell is this?
You're still staggering around, slightly drunk, but your head is invisible and
Your head is invisible?
you can't speak, you can't hear. And you... What was your name?
No.
You don't remember. That's weird.
Is her head gone? Like, if I go over and, like, go to touch it, is her head still there?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Give me some potion.
You can't drink a potion if your head's gone.
Give it to me.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little swig of the negate effects, because that was the last one, right?
Yes, that's the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, you
And then
stop drooling, the greenness begins to fade, all negative effects.
my shirt's wet. I'm like, oh.
Hands it to you, neck, kind of near your mouth. You kind of miss a couple times. You're trying to find where her mouth is, that all of a sudden your mental ability is restored back to you.
So what is that one?
Oh, that feels better. Huh?
What was that one?
Head.
That one, you become deaf, dumb, and mute. And your head also becomes invisible.
Oh man. Who invents these spells? Alright, and then we need to find Zoom, so I'm gonna like wave my arms like Zoom.
I'll be like, Zoom, come here, get some of this.
Grab your hand. He kind of grabs your hand, kind of takes the potion. You watch it float for a second. You kind of watch a quick swig.
Okay,
Puts it
okay.
back, and all of a sudden, you hear a as he slowly begins fading. He kind of,
Ooh.
And I ask him, I'm like, what was that last potion you took? I couldn't tell. I say that through my mind, telepathically, I guess.
you hear. It was so weird. I was floating, and then I was floating higher, but not like that much higher. Just a little bit higher. I didn't like that second potion I took. I looked away bashfully.
Oh.
And I kind of just chuckle. I'm not going to say anything to that. I'm just,
That's fun. You don't have to deal with it all the time.
so he deals with this regularly. Okay.
But it's Brother Zoom.
It's little baby Zoom. I'm just going to like pat his shoulder and I'm like, really, it's okay. I had a brother.
His armor down further across the torso, like all of the rags and kind of the relative, leathers that he wears. He's trying to pull it down further.
And I'm like, it's okay. I had a brother. I understand.
But this is all in your head, so I'm just kind of packaging up the rest of the potions.
Okay, so we kept
At this point, he comes back and he's like, Oh, you finished. That's wonderful. You took notes and everything.
Yeah, we haven't. We've labeled all of them.
This is marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. He kind of looks back in the container and he's like, some of them are missing.
Yes,
off to the side.
I set a couple aside if we could get a couple prices on these, or maybe since we tasted all of them, we could have a couple.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, it's a good persuasion though. Ooh.
9.
Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, because we're all there. Can we roll with? Can I roll with advantage?
He looked at you for a second. He goes, "Which ones is it that you're referring to?"
Okay. There was a 0 gravity. Okay, side note, real quick, not for him. How much of this negates negative effects is there left?
There's not much left. There's probably maybe 2 more little tonguefuls full. Because you guys erased a lot of your negative effects.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see that one. There's a 0 gravity and then a ability score increase, an invisibility, and then restore spell slots. There was one.
These are a little bit hard to come by. As he kind of looks, he's like, all of this together would probably put you around 4,000 or 5,000 gold, actually, since they are a little bit more rare to come by.
And individually, how much would they be?
Probably 1,000 piece.
The one that you said 0 gravity, he kind of looks at him, covers his one eye. Yes, this actually just helps you hover for 4 inches off of the ground. I just recognize the description now. This right here would probably be 500 or so gold pieces. Invisibility,
I'd rather have the gold.
this is 650.
Wait, which one was that?
The invisibility.
The invisibility. Mm-hmm.
This one here, this is probably 1,000 gold pieces. As he holds up the spell slots. 1.
Mm-hmm. And then the strength, the one that doubles the scores.
It looks like, yes. This one was popular several years back. They, might have outlawed some of these, as some people were, getting severely hurt because of them. They didn't know their own strength, you see. This right here will put you actually at 2,000 gold pieces, and as note of discrepancy, discreetness, you must be very careful if you use this in public. Slide it over.
Oh, and then the Rage Barbarian, that one.
This will also put you at 750 gold pieces.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Swirls it, and all of these are like single-use vials.
Yeah, really, bloody hell. Okay, well, I think we're good for now. Actually, I do have the Fire Breath and the Frost Breath. How much are those?
Both of these probably would be sold as a set. That would be 1,500 gold pieces.
As a set?
Or 750 for the individual. Yes.
I'd rather have the gold.
I'm just taking down prices. I'm just taking down prices.
That's fine.
Okay, extra
And he
time.
takes out the money owed to you, the 600 gold, and sets it onto the counter and pushes it as well as the 2 healing potions.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so I just got
But
plus...
you helped me tremendously. And he closes the lids on the other ones and begins kind of shuffling them back.
Thank you. Nice doing business with you. What?
What is this?
I thought you did. Yeah, you should. You're honest.
Okay, fine. I'm honest. Let's see. 490. So I need to subtract.
Oh yeah, because he was gonna do a trade.
It's fine.
I think yours was 490 total.
Yeah. So I got
The total of things that she bought. She hadn't subtracted the gold yet.
Okay. and then I plus 25. So it's 79. Okay. Okay, so I had 490, so technically if I just subtract, how much gold did I have? 650. 654 minus.
Alright.
I guess I
Well.
can just subtract 290.
That's all I had to do in that potion place. So.
Yeah, no, I'm good, actually.
Alright, so we're good to leave?
3, and then 25.
As you're doing math.
9, 6, 7, 6, 8, 8, 3, 98. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. You all get their things?
Yep.
If you ever need anything, always come back.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say as we're leaving, I'm gonna tell him if you find any more crystals or gems within the next 2 days, let me know. I might be interested in it. Also, if you find anything else out about that javelin, let me know.
That is actually a javelin of lightning. As he walks into the back.
Wait. I stop and I turn back around. Madison, please describe this javelin of lightning to me.
This particular is it's a javelin of lightning, so the end is kind of in these jagged, almost lightning bolt looking. It's a 4-prong javelin, metal tip that kind of looks like it has lightning bolts kind of carved into it. Goes down into a metal shaft, essentially, and there are arcane runes which essentially let you deal extra lightning damage.
Okay, how much are we gonna sell this for, my fam, that I just drank 30 potions for?
This right here is the javelin of lightning. It is a relatively minor extra damage. If I had to put a number, it would be something like a 1d6 per se. Piercing, relatively uncommon. Oh no, it would be a 4d6, that's right. I remember that correctly. Something like this would most likely cost,
I wasn't listening.
chanting and so forth. Probably around 300 gold pieces.
Did you say 4d6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And this right here, this actually has the unique feature of recharging. That you can use it once per day. Rather nifty item. Is that all?
What was that? I didn't understand that. Register?
Marvelous, marvelous. He takes it and he's like, do you want to put it in your bag of holding?
Yeah.
He takes it and just shoves it in the bag and you watch it just
I
disappear.
forgot you got the bag of holding. Yes. The bag of holding.
Be sure to keep note of what you have in your bag of holding.
The bag of
Okay.
holding. Yes, keep track. Because you have to summon it. You have to think and summon it.
Okay, hold on. This is, what day is this thing? Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna write that up top because I bought, okay, that. And then I bought, lightning. How do you spell javelin? Javelin?
Javelin. Javelin.
Okay. Lightning javelin.
Javelin of lightning.
And that was 300 gold. Okay, so we also got those 2 extra healing potions. So I paid for one of them, but he gave us the other 2 to technically help with the spells, but we didn't use it. We just used that other one that we gave back to him, and we just didn't comment.
The healing spells wouldn't have negated any effects that you all encountered.
Which is why we didn't waste them.
Healing spells are if you put damage.
Which is why we did not waste them. So now we have 3. I have one, and then there's 2 other ones. Would you like one?
Yes.
I'll take it.
Okay, here you go. And then I'll give the other one to Zoom. And now each of us have a healing spell. He's so cute. Okay. Okay, so the stuff that's in my bag of holding right now is all the stuff that I bought today, which was the, I even put the,
As long as you have a good note of it.
okay, I'm gonna write it all down in a minute, but I mean, I have it all written down. But it's the healing potion that I have, the rose quartz, amethyst, javelin, obsidian, and then those, also the ones that I bought from the other dude, the geodes.
Alright.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so I guess we...
All of your shopping concluded. Is there anything else you do?
No. I guess we can go back to the tavern and get some food.
Yeah.